to take a tumble beneath an apple crumble?
Are you smart enough to know whether a balloon weathers or goes pop?
Only smarties have the answer.
Cup of tea.
Morning. All right. Nice day for it. Nice tea.
Nice T-shirt. Keep it to yourself, but I've got just what you need. Surf. It's got stain digesters, just like the high-price powders. Even rescues the kids' dungarees. And Lever offer a money-back guarantee, which is more than I'll get with my windows. Mr. Bit, that'll be the day. How long's she been here?
House styles.
Gosh, isn't this grand?
That's a seriously posh house.
Lifestyles.
This person wants to get away from it all.
The clues are there.
Lovely pin-up for the Prime Minister. Show business biographies, cowboy hats.
Lloyd unleashed on celebrity homes.
This is absolutely extraordinary.
But do you know whose house it is?
Scottish.
Are we looking for a woman? Daniel LaRue? What does it all mean?
Join David Frost and a guest panel for a new series of Through the Keyhole, starting tonight at 8 on Sky One Primetime.
You're watching Sky One, part of the Sky Television Network.
It's Jeopardy! Please welcome your host, Paul Ross.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to Jeopardy, the most back-to-front quiz show on the box, because on Jeopardy we supply the answers and our contestants give us the questions. It's a cart before the horse, pepper before the salt, mental assault course, and whoever emerges victorious today will be £500 better off and have the chance to come back on the very next edition of the show. And if you win 5 in a row on the Jeopardy show, we boost that amount to a fantastic cash total of £3,000. Hey, worth playing. And who's lined up to compete today? Let's meet them right now. Today's Jeopardy contestants. Student Andy Bell. Office coordinator Maggie Parker. And our returning champion, John Catlow. Welcome back, John. £1,500 already banked. And we've come to know and love you because of your selection of ties. But have you got a sore throat today? Because you've got pastels around your neck. Boom!
Oh, very good.
Is this a particular favourite, or did an enemy put it on you?
Wardrobe chose it for me.
Oh, dear, OK. Well, we'll have them taken out and shot later on. But listen, good luck today. I hope it's not an unlucky tie for you. If you win just 2 more shows, you get £3,000. You still look a bit nervous, but you'll be fine, don't worry. And Maggie, welcome to the programme, looking lovely.
Thank you.
And I hear you're a bit of a keen gardener, Maggie.
Yes, I am.
But doesn't something unusual multiply in your garden?
Yes, lemonade bottles.
What do you plant to get lemonade bottles to grow?
Well, you don't. You put the half-filled lemonade bottles in the garden to keep the cats away, stop them fouling on your flower beds.
Because they don't like drinking lemonade?
No, they don't like their own reflection when they see it in the bottles.
But what do your neighbours think?
Well, they think I'm potty.
We know you're not potty. You're going to be a good contestant today. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
And finally, Andy. Now, I've heard you're a bit of a practical joker, Andy, but didn't somebody once get their own back on you?
Yes, it was experience when I was at college, and I played a practical joke on my girlfriend, and she decided to get me back by a newspaper in my car in front of about 1,000 students. So I had lots of fun trying to explain that one when I came out.
And what newspapers did she use?
Oh, all sorts. There was plenty of tabloids with lewd pictures on and things like that. So it was
Oh dear. I hope you didn't drive home without removing off the windshield.
Well, I kept a few, but flew the rest away.
OK, well, good luck, Andy. Good luck to all 3 of today's Jeopardy contestants. Give them a round of applause. Go on. And now give a little welcome to what's at the heart of our game. It's the Jeopardy game board. It's got 6 columns, 5 screens to each column category, and each of those has a value. Also hidden in each, there is an answer, and the higher the value, the tougher the answer. Plus, somewhere up there's a daily double. More of that in a moment after we set today's board in motion. And the scores in round 1 available range from 100 to 500. And as well as those scores, we've got 6 Jeopardy categories, which include musical nicknames, world geography, numbers, food follies, watch the birdies, and AM or PM. And in fairness, I should explain that the category AM or PM, the key words in your question will start with either AM or PM. Also, if you answer correctly, then we add the value you've chosen to your score. But if you're wrong, we ruthlessly cut it off, because that's where the risk and the jeopardy come into risky old Jeopardy. Also, as I'm giving you an answer, you must give me a response in the form of a question. OK? John, as our returning champion, you get to kick us off today. Please choose.
World Geography 100, please.
World Geography for 100. Answer. The islands, originally known as the Sandwich Islands, became the 50th state of this country in 1959. Andy.
What is Alaska?
Is not correct, I'm afraid, Andy. You lose 100. You've drifted into the land of state agent's dread. Anyone else? I was looking for what is the USA? 50th state of the USA. John, it's still your choice.
World Geography 200, please.
Here's your answer. This Australian city is the capital of New South Wales. Maggie.
What is Sydney?
Is correct. It's your choice.
Musical nicknames 100.
For 100, here's your answer. Colonel Parker managed the pelvis. Maggie.
Who was Elvis?
That's correct. It's your choice still.
Musical nicknames 200.
Here's your answer. The boss fronts the E Street Band. John.
Who is Bruce Springsteen?
Is correct. Welcome to the scoreboard. It's your choice.
World Geography 300, please.
Here's your answer. Whoa! Beat me to it. Well, move me to Macclesfield and call me Northern. It's the first of today's Daily Doubles, which means, John, that this answer is for you and you alone. Neither Andy nor Maggie can buzz in, and you get a pictorial clue to help you frame your question. The question on my lips, John, is how much do you want to gamble of your 200?
200, please.
The full 200 to double your Daily Double total. OK, here's your answer. In Venice, the bridge which links the Doge's palace with the prison.
What is the Bridge of Sighs?
Is correct. You're not sighing, you're smiling. There is a smile. You're on 400. The others can buzz in now, and you've got control of the game board.
World Geography 400, please.
Here's your answer. Central Europe's largest lake, situated in Hungary. Maggie.
What is Lake Baikal?
Is not correct, I'm afraid. Anyone else? Maggie and Andy level pegging minus 100. What is Lake Balaton we were looking for there? John, it's your choice.
World Geography 500, please.
To clear the category, answer. You are travelling in this Scandinavian country if you go from Turku to Espoo. John.
What is Finland?
What is Finland is correct on 900, and it's your choice.
Numbers 100, please.
For 100, here's your answer. In the proverb, a stitch in time saves this many. Maggie.
What is 9?
Correct, it's your choice.
Numbers 200.
Answer. In the title of Jerome K. Jerome's novel, there are this many men in a boat. John.
What is 3?
Correct. For 1100, yeah. The audience is way ahead of me there, John. It's your choice.
Numbers 300.
For 300, here's your answer. On a chessboard, there are this many black squares. John.
What is 32?
Correct.
Numbers 400.
Answer. In a game of croquet for 4 players, this number of balls are used. They're not even fans of potato croquets, I'm sure. It's what is 4 balls in a game for 4 people. John, you were the last to answer correctly. It's still your choice.
Numbers 500.
To clear the category, the number of brothers Karamazov in Dostoevsky's 1880 novel. It was Huey, Dewey... No, it was 4 brothers Karamazov. What is 4 we were looking for, John? It's your choice.
AM or PM 100.
For 100, here's your answer. The abacus and the electronic calculator both function as this. John.
What is an adding machine?
Is correct.
AM or PM 200, please.
Answer. Sir Robert Walpole was reputedly the first to be appointed to this post in 1721. John.
What is Prime Minister?
Is correct.
AM or PM 300, please.
Here's your answer. This Canadian singer had her first UK hit in 1970 with Snowbird. Maggie.
What is Lynn Anderson, I was going to say?
Is not correct, I'm afraid. You're on minus 300. Anyone else? She spread her starry wings and flew away. Who is Anne Murray we were looking for there? John, it's your choice.
AM or PM 400, please.
And here is your 400 answer. The former Radio Luxembourg DJ who went on to host Radio 2's Open House in the 1970s. Who is P for Peter, M for Murray? Who is Pete Murray? John.
What's the bird is 100, please.
For 100, here's your answer. This Football League team is nicknamed the Canaries. Maggie.
What is Norwich?
Is correct. Well done, it's your choice.
Food Follies 100.
For 100, here's your answer. The Great Fire of London in 1666 broke out in this lane. Maggie.
What is Pudding Lane?
Is correct. Choose again.
Food Follies 200.
For 200, which will take you into the positive answer, Lot's wife was changed into a pillar of this. Maggie.
What was salt?
Is correct. It's your choice.
Watch the Birdies 200.
For 200, here's your answer. The 1976 film The Eagle Has Landed was based on a novel by this writer. Maggie.
Who was Alistair MacLean?
Is not correct, I'm afraid. You're back in the land of negative equity. Anyone else? John.
Who is Frederick Forsyth?
Is not correct either, I'm afraid. Andy.
I don't know.
Out of time, but I love that shoulder action there, Andy. Back and forth. Who is Jack Higgins we were looking for? OK, Maggie, you were the last to answer correctly. It's still your choice.
Musical nicknames 300.
For 300, here's your answer. Saxophone player Bird. Andy.
Who is Charlie Parker?
Is correct. Well done. You're in the land of the positive. But Maggie, doesn't he share the same surname as you?
Yes, he does.
Any relation?
No.
OK, Andy, it's your choice.
Musical nicknames for 400, please.
Here is your answer. This orchestra leader was the King of Swing. Andy.
Who is Glenn Miller?
Is not correct, I'm afraid, Andy. You're at minus 200. Anyone else? John.
Who is Dorsey?
Is not correct either, I'm afraid, John. Maggie?
Don't know.
He was a good man. In fact, who was Benny Goodman we were looking for there? And it's your choice, though.
Watch the Birdie for 300, please.
Here's your answer. This Tamla Motown singer had a hit in 1972 with Rockin' Robin. John.
Who is...
Out of time, I'm afraid, please, John. Don't say anything. Anyone else want to buzz in? Out of time, who is Michael Jackson? Had that hit, and it's still your choice.
AM or PM for 500, please.
OK, here is your answer. Martes martes is the Latin name of this partly arboreal creature which has become rare in Britain. Out of time, you've heard of the Dr. Martin. We were looking for what is pine martin. Andy, last to answer correctly, it's your choice.
Musical nicknames for 500, please.
For 500, here's your answer. Big Brother and the holding company's Pearl. Out of time, who was Janis Joplin we were looking for there? Andy?
Food Follies for 300.
For 300, here's your answer. Richard Dimbleby showed this food being harvested on an April Fool's Day broadcast on Panorama. John.
What is spaghetti?
Is correct. Well done. It's your choice. Back over 1,000.
Food Follies 400, please.
For 400, here's your answer. This character was the entertainer in the 1957 play of the same title. Played by Sir Laurence Olivier in the movie Who is Archie Rice we were looking for. John, your choice.
Food Follies 500, please.
For 500, here's your answer. The fishing village of Beer is in this glorious English county. Out of time, it could have been the Ale of Glamorgan, but no, it's what is Devonshire. Devon we were looking for. John?
What's the Birdies 400, please?
For 400, here's your answer. The Australian city Perth stands on this river. 3 silly gooses. What is Swan we were looking for? Just one answer left on the board in Watch the Birdies for 500. Peter Finch won an Oscar for his role as a news commentator in this 1976 film. Maggie.
What is net worth?
Is correct. Well done. Back in the positive at the last moment. Whoa, what an exciting round. Up and down like an elevator. Let's take a look at the scores. Well, in third place, it's student Andy on minus 200, but everything's still to play for Andy, don't worry. Second place, it's our office coordinator Maggie on 400. But in the lead, our returning champion, 1100, it's John. Well, I don't know if I can stand the tension, and I hope our contestants can, because we're going to double the stakes now in the round we call Double Jeopardy. Let's set the board in motion. And the scores now range from 200 to a full 1,000, and there are now two, yes, two, count them, two daily doubles hidden somewhere on that screen. There are also 6 new categories, which are Shakespeare, funny women, opera, football legends, the Old Testament, and fictional dogs. Well, Andy, you're in third place in the land of negative equity, minus 200. So, for Double Jeopardy, you choose first, please.
Football legends for 400, please.
For 400, football legends. Billy Wright was married to a member of this trio. Maggie.
Who were the Wright sisters?
Is not correct, I'm afraid, Maggie. So you're now on 0. John.
Who are the Beverley sisters?
Is correct. Well done, and it's your choice.
Football legends 200, please.
Answer. He scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final of 1966. Andy.
Who was...
I'm afraid we're out of time, Andy. John has buzzed in.
Who is Jeff Hurst?
Is correct. So, Andy, you're now minus 400. John, it's your choice.
Football legend, 600, please.
Whoa! Divide my bunions with a toe separator. It's another daily double, John. This is for you and you alone. Neither Maggie nor Andy can buzz in, and you can gamble as much or as little of your score as you like. And we'll even give you a pictorial clue to help you frame your question. The question is, how much do you want to gamble?
300, please. OK,
for 300, here's your daily double answer. He played for Northern Ireland and Manchester United.
Who is George Best?
Is correct. Well done. On 2,000 now, returning champ. Maggie and Andy are back in the game, but John, it's your choice.
Football legends, 800, please.
For 800, answer. This goalkeeper won an FA Cup winners' medal with Spurs in 1967 and with Arsenal in 1979. John.
It was Pat Jennings.
It's correct. Well done. Let's take a look at the score as well. In third place on minus 400, it's Andy. And Andy, you must be in the positive zone to take part in Final Jeopardy. Maggie's in second place with a big fat 0. But in the lead, 2,800, our returning champion, John. Give him a little ripple. But there's a long way still to go. We've got lots of categories still on the board, and we've got Final Jeopardy to get through yet. But, hey, it just wouldn't be the same if you weren't watching. We're doing it just for you. So we'll see you, we hope, the other side of this.
Tonight.
I saw the boy that killed my brother.
35 years ago?
A brutal murder from the past leads to an investigation into hell.
A priest is a murderer? I want to know how Stephen Daly's skull got crushed.
I'm not at liberty to divulge anything.
He's relived that day 1,000,000 times in his mind. Why would he lie about the details? It doesn't add up, Paulie.
Murderer!
His family has a right to know.
The Commish. Tonight at 9, Sky 1 Prime Time.
The original granary. It tastes great with nothing on.
That one all right, then?
Do you really think so? Quite apart from you insisting on calling Brenda Naomi all evening, the souffle had practically welded itself to the dish.
Just the way I like them.
Then, while you were drooling over your Naomi, the lasagna was in so long it looked like it had been blowtorched.
To perfection.
And that stupid sticky toffee pudding of yours could have stuck handles to teapots.
I love it when you talk dirty.
Persil, the perfect way to end a meal.
Maurice Boundy of Aldridge Crescent did it on Tuesday.
I did it.
Mrs. Boundy is still in shock.
I'm in shock.
Lorraine did it for Frankie last night.
I did.
It was so good that Frankie proposed.
I did?
Despite working late, Ms. Kate Spring did it with pan flair. Bird's eye pan flair. Tender chicken breast, vegetables and a tarragon sauce, all freshly frozen by Bird's Eye. You just add milk and stir to perfection. It's a brilliant new way to cook.
I did it.
It was so good, Carl doesn't believe it.
I don't believe it.
Chicken jardiniere for 2 in minutes. Do it with pan flair from Bird's Eye.
More and more people are winning with Littlewood's Instant Lotteries.
With Littlewoods, 24 pence from every card you play goes direct to charity.
There are 2 reasons why I like Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre. 1, they use only the finest ingredients. And 2, it's good for my body. So I feel like this. And this. And that's all before I go to work.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre. You'll feel as good as it tastes.
Beano's. All you need to know.
It's Jeopardy with Paul Ross.
Hey, welcome back, and what a show it's been so far. Returning champion John is like a runaway express train of general knowledge on 2,800, and so far, slightly faint to get out of the station. We've got Maggie and Andy on 0 and -400 respectively, but to both of you, calm down, there's plenty still to play for and a long way to go yet, as John knows. We're in the middle of double Jeopardy, double the scores as normal available, and John, it's your choice.
Football Legends 1,000, please.
For 1 big 1,000, answer. Nicknamed the Preston Plumber, he owns a plumbing firm in his hometown. John.
Who is Tom Finney?
Is correct. It's your choice. Well done, Harry.
Fictional dogs 200, please.
For 200, here's your answer. Who is Dennis the Menace's dog? John.
Who is Nasher?
Correct.
Fictional dogs 400.
Answer. He was Bill Sykes' dog in Oliver Twist. John.
Who is Bullseye?
Correct.
Fictional dogs 600, please.
Here's your answer. The biggest spotty dog you ever did see was this TV family's pet. Maggie.
Who were the wooden tops?
Is correct. Well done. Back in the positive. It's your choice.
Funny Women 200.
For 200. Whoa! Stack me vitals and ping my braces. It's the third of today's daily doubles. This answer is for you and you alone, Maggie. Neither Andy nor John can buzz in. You get a pictorial clue as well as your answer. But how much do you want to gamble?
200.
200. For 200, here's your answer. She played Edina in Absolutely Fabulous.
Who was Joanna Lumley?
Is not correct, I'm afraid. Maggie, you lose 200. We were looking for the other one, the other sweetie, who is Jennifer Saunders. Yeah. The others can now buzz in, but it's still your choice, Maggie.
Funny Women 400.
Here's your answer. The former nurse, best known for her role in educating Rita. Andy.
Who is Julia Walters?
Is correct. Well done on 0. Heading towards positive. It's your go.
The Old Testament for 200, please, Paul.
Here's your answer. According to the Bible, God made Eve out of this part of Adam. Maggie.
What is a rib?
Is correct.
Funny Women 600.
Answer. Now a success in the USA, she starred in 3 of a Kind and Girls on Top. John.
Who is Tracy Ullman?
Correct.
Shakespeare 200, please.
Answer. Danish character played in film by Laurence Olivier in 1948 and Mel Gibson in 1990. John.
Who is Hamlet?
Is correct.
Shakespeare 400, please.
For 400, here's your answer. The comedy that was reworked to become the musical Kiss Me, Kate. We're out of time, I'm afraid. What is The Taming of the Shrew I was looking for there? John, it's still your choice.
Shakespeare 600, please.
For 600. In 1582, this local girl became Shakespeare's wife. John.
Who is Anne Hathaway?
Is correct. It's still your choice.
Shakespeare 800, please.
For 800, answer. The 1956 sci-fi film Forbidden Planet was loosely based on this play. Shakespeare's last play. What was The Tempest we were looking for there? John, your choice.
Opera 200, please.
For 200, here's your answer. The name of the gypsy girl in Bizet's scandalous opera, first produced in 1875. Maggie.
Who was Carmen?
Is correct. Well done. It's your choice.
Funny Women 800.
For 800, here's your answer. Magician Geoffrey Durham is the husband of this TV laughter maker. Maggie.
Who is Victoria Wood?
Is correct. You're well over 1,000 there. Maggie, it's your choice, and Andy, pay attention.
The Old Testament 400.
Here's your answer. This book in the Bible tells of Moses leading the Jews from Egypt. John.
What is Exodus?
Correct.
Opera 400, please.
400, here's your answer. In this 1904 Puccini opera, the heroine marries Lieutenant Pinkerton. John.
Who is Madame Butterfly?
Is correct. It's your choice. 1 minute left on Double Jeopardy. Let's pick up the pace.
Opera 600, please.
For 600, here's your answer. The annual opera festival held in East Sussex. John.
What is Glyndebourne?
Correct.
Opera 800, please.
Answer. The British composer of the 1951 opera, Billy Budd. We're looking for all the B's. Who is Benjamin Britten? John?
The Old Testament 600, please.
And here is your answer. This giant killer was friends with Saul's son, Jonathan. John?
Who is David?
Is correct. It's your choice.
The Old Testament 800, please.
800. Answer. This king's great temple in Jerusalem was built from the cedars of Lebanon. Andy?
Who is King Herod?
Is not correct, I'm afraid. You're now minus 800. Andy, anyone else? Who was Solomon we were looking for there, Andy, I'm afraid? And We're out of time there. Well, let's take a look at the scoreboards. And Andy does look slightly disappointed because, Andy, at the last minute, you dwindled into negative equity. You're on minus 800, which means we say goodbye to you now. You can't take part, I'm afraid, in Final Jeopardy. In second place, though, on 1,600, it's Maggie. In the lead, though, our returning champion, 7,800, it's John. But those scores could be about to change dramatically as we prepare to enter Final Jeopardy. John and Maggie, I need you now to write down how much of your scores you're prepared to risk on this, our Final Jeopardy category. Britain. Now, to keep your amounts confidential, our privacy screens are now in place. You can gamble as much of your score as you like, and those amounts are now being locked into our computer, which means, Maggie and John, you now have 30 seconds to write your question to this, our Final Jeopardy answer. Poets' Corner is in this London building. Good luck to both of you. Your 30 seconds starts now. So your 30 seconds is up. Now, we've got a head-to-head, toe-to-toe competition here. It's between just Maggie and John, because Andy entered Final Jeopardy on a negative score, which means he can't take part. But Maggie, you're in second place on 1,600. What, please, is your Final Jeopardy question?
What is Westminster Abbey?
Which is correct, but what is your wager?
1,600.
Your full amount, so you are now on 3,200. Well done. It all hangs in the balance now, John. You've won 3 shows already. This could be your 4th. What is your final question?
What is Westminster Abbey?
Which is also correct, but what is your wager?
100.
I think we have another yes, another winning for John. 7,900. Whoa. Well done, John. But let's take a look at the 2 runners-up. Well, Andy, you entered that round on minus 800, I'm afraid, but you're a very gallant and brave contestant, and nobody goes away empty-handed on Jeopardy. You take with you our reverse dictionary, so you need never be lost for words again, and a Jeopardy T-shirt and pen. And Maggie, in second place, very close, very brave on 3,200. You get the illustrated dictionary of essential knowledge, a world of facts at your fingertips, and also a Jeopardy T-shirt and pen. And this round of applause for the 2 of you. Well done. But John, you've now got £2,000. Just one more victory on our very next show. We boost that to 3,000. So you're going to come back?
I certainly am.
Of course you are, and I know what he wants to do with the money. You'll find out very, very soon. That's only if you're watching Jeopardy, the game show that's back to front. It's a brainstorming, brain-teasing bonanza. I love it because I'm not under tension. Let's find out who's joining John under pressure on the next show. It wouldn't be the same without you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
We'll be back at 6:30 here on Sky One. But next this morning, Sally Jessy Raphael's guests explain why they're too sexy for their daughters.
The original granary. It tastes great with nothing on.
God, it cooked a beef for 90 minutes, sprouts for 10, and peas for 5. And be nice to Grandad.
How would you make Yorkshire pudding?
I don't know. Look it up.
Aunt Bessie's in the freezer.
Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire puddings. Pop them in the oven and they rise perfectly every time. Light, crispy and golden brown.
They're as good as yours, these Yorkshires.
Not like this.
Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire puddings always rise to the occasion.
Great news for upset stomach and indigestion sufferers. Milk of Magnesia comes in 2 great-tasting non-chalky flavours that taste as good as they work.
Premium scandalous for your car insurance.
Insurance costs? Stupid. Just stupid.
Absolutely dreadful.
Premium Search, problem solved. Phone soon.
Call Premium Search on 0800 109876.
Premium Search have special arrangements with top insurers, so you can get very good rates without cutting quality of cover.
I saved a packet.
Extremely good value, I'd say.
Premium Search, problem solved. Phone soon.
Call 0800 109876. We're here 24 hours a day, every day.
If Donald's smart, where's his trousers? Is it smart to take a tumble beneath an apple crumble? Are you smart enough to know whether a balloon withers or goes pop? Only smarties have the answer.
Half term coming up, what am I gonna do? Fetch some sticks, sniff in, get in the way? Here, it's half term on Nick, there's loads on. Movies on Monday.
What? Movie Monday? On Nick.
Computers and the internet on Tuesday.
All the best bits of Technic with Nigel.
What's your own Wednesday?
Where you choose the programmes.
Magic on Thursday.
With Mr. Wayne Dobson, the magician.
Funky Friday fashion.
Be there or be...
Half term on Nick.
If your laws don't include me, well, then they just don't apply to me either.
4 women.
Do I look like a criminal?
Fight for their right.
I don't let my friends get hung.
As renegades.
Yeah, that's me, all right.
In a man's world.
Why the hell not?
Drew Barrymore.
These women go to any length.
Mary Stuart Masterson.
We're dangerous now.
Andy McDowell.
It's caution to the wind.
Madeline Stowe.
A little bit comical.
Bad Girls premieres tonight at 8 Sky Movies.
You're watching Sky One, part of the Sky Television Network.